Okay, I've written some notes to walk you through creating a bat file easier by explaining the functions. For the command title, it titles the command prompt window for our bat file, so it changes the title of the window. Like this says Little Game 1 here. For the command shutdown, for that line, our Vim comment says it performs a shutdown function, also sends the comment to the user telling them of the shutdown. For the block begin, our Vim comment says makes a starting point before asking the first question, so we can come back to this point later. For the command echo, Vim echoes a message to our user in the command prompt. For the command set space /p space input, Vim requests the user to input the owner's favorite color. For this block of commands, Vim checks to see if input is green, red, yellow, or black. If it is one of these, then it will jump to the related point below. And these are the points. Anything beginning with the colon and in all caps. Also, you should know that the command prompt accepts input in case sensitive. So if you write lowercase here, the user will actually have to input their answers in lowercase within the command prompt in order for it to be accepted as green. If not variable input == black, go to none. Our Vim comment says it will check to see if the user's input doesn't match the word black again. If it does not match this word or any of the words above, it will go to the starting point of none below. So none is way down here. So now let's check out our first point that we assign after begin. It's green. Our Vim comment says if the user's input match the word green, it will jump to the above point and perform the commands assigned to this point of text. Also, echo dot, that simply just means to skip a line for the viewer in the command prompt before executing the next command. So this means like if we pressed enter in a notepad, it just skips a line like that before it executes the next command. Now for our red block of text, the red starting point, our Vim comment says if the user's input matched the word red, it will jump to the above point and perform the commands assigned to this point of text. Notice the to null after the shutdown space /a. This tells the command prompt to do it silently without displaying text in the command prompt. It will then go to, that should be, the Q2 point below. And that would be down here, the Q2 point. But let's take a look at this. Shutdown A, which cancels the shutdown. It's to null, which hides it from the user from within the command prompt. and it goes to the point Q2, which is question 2 below. Now for the yellow point commands, our comment said if the user's input match the word yellow, it will jump to the above point and perform the command assigned to this point of text. So basically the same thing as above. Now for our black point, our comment says if the user's input match the word black, it will jump to the above point and perform the command assigned to this point of text. For our none point, if the user's input match the words above, it will jump to the above point and perform the commands assigned to this point of text. So exactly the same thing as before. Now our Q2, it echoes a question. So our WIM comment says Q2 point asks us another question for the user. Set space /P space input equals, and then it tells the user what to type. WIM requests the user to input text. If the variable input equal pizza, go to pizza point below. If it doesn't equal pizza, go to in point below. So WIM checks only two options this time. If the input matches pizza, it will go to the pizza point below. If the input does not match pizza, it will go to the in point below. So here's our pizza point. And our WIM comment here says about this command, does a silent countdown by pinging an address that does not exist. This command was sent to null, which means that it will do it silently without notifying our user that it's counting down through the command prompt. To null will work on most cases, but on pings we will use null to be effective. Then it issues a command timeout space /T space 20 space /no break. Our WIM comment for this is after the silent countdown to 10 seconds, which is the ping, it will perform a public countdown from 20 to 0 where the user can see it. The no break option, which means that the user cannot cancel unless they press Ctrl+C. Then the command prompt exits itself. Our WIM comment says, confirms that the user gets the word pizza and that it was correct, and tells the user that this game will be exiting itself in 30 seconds, starting a countdown when it reaches 20 seconds. After the countdown is over, the command prompt game exits itself. So that basically tells us everything that happened now. Now for our in point, we have two commands. The first command tells us to open an image. It tells the command prompt to open an image in the C drive, users, user1, desktop, photo the second one, image1.jpg. The second command says to open the little game 2 bat file on my desktop. The WIM comment says if the user didn't guess pizza in the second question, So that question was way up here in question 2. So if you do not guess pizza, if not, go to the endpoint. Little Game Bat starts an image file, then it starts littlegame2.bat, located in my desktop. It's the other bat file that we created. Now let's take a look inside littlegame2.bat. For this command, the Vim comment says, the above code tells the command prompt, if it's not minimized already, to start a minimized version of itself, then exit the windowed version that's currently being displayed. So if it's not hidden, it will exit itself after creating a hidden version of itself. Then we count a timeout to 12 seconds and we send it to null so that it won't be displayed to the user. Vim counts to 12 seconds without displaying it in the command prompt. Task kill image name Microsoft Photos.exe with a force switch. Vim comment says kills the process Microsoft.photos.exe, which is the image file process in Windows 10 that was open when we opened the image in our first bat file, littlegame1.bat. This command, task kill image name cmd.exe /elf, which is a force switch again. Our Vim comment said kills the command prompt process. We could have just put an exit here, but I wanted to show you another way of closing the command prompt bat file. During our first bat file, we put exit at the end of it, which just exits it. But this does exactly the same thing, except it kills it. And to show you what echo does, I'll write up a example. Well, I'll show you this. Okay, see how it automatically minimized itself? And see how we can actually see the countdown even though we told it to hide the countdown? That's because it's echoing it. If we don't want that to happen, we put @echo off at the beginning of the text file. I mean the bat file, and then we run it again. Now let's open it. There, okay. Sometimes it's better to put 2 null, but sometimes it's better to remove that 2 and just put null, depending upon what you are trying on. So in this case, we should just put null in order to hide it after the echo off. See? And it kills this window in 12 seconds. And let's remove echo off and run it again. It's still hides it, but we can still see some text left over when the echo is not off. So it looks far better if the echo is off. So one more time, let's run through it. That's our message that it displays to us. The computer will shut down in 20 minutes unless you answer the first question correctly. So let's answer it incorrectly first. Yellow. Nope, not yellow, you are wrong. Green. You better go green because you just lost access to this computer for this session. And see how that joins instead of starting a new line. If I wanted to fix that, I would open little game bat file, find the green comment, and start a new echo. Right there. So now let's tap green again. You better go green because you just lost access to this computer for this session. See? That's how we would fix it. So now let's hurry up and finish this. And let's tap red, the correct answer. And for this, we had two options set up, incorrect and correct. Incorrect displays a picture for us, but the correct answer won't display no picture. So here's the correct answer. The game will be exiting itself in 30 seconds, starting a countdown when it reaches 20. So it doesn't start the countdown until it's done pinging the address. Now it just got done, so it starts the public countdown of 20 seconds. And then when it reaches 0, it exits itself with the exit command. And now the other alternate ending for our little bat file is incorrect. Incorrect. It displays the image file. And it hid the command prompt. After 12 seconds, it kills the image file and it kills the command prompt. And that's how we bat files. You can use any command in bat files, so you can be creative with this new tool that you've learned. And the bat file we wrote uses a bunch of functions. I did that specifically so that you can write a wide range of bat files right after learning this bat file.
Og